Talking Flicks with JT and Grant Lee.
Yeah, and it's our Talkin' Flickster episode where we take one of our awesome Talkin' Flicks listeners and send them off to see a movie and we get their thoughts on it. Mr. Lee, I think this week definitely wasn't a movie that you would go along and check out.
I can't. It's still freaking me out about this movie because I just can't do horror. I love sci-fi and I love thriller, but I can't do horror. And as I think I've said in the past podcast, I've watched half and I actually turned the trailer off because I just can't do it. It's too scary.
Oh, dear. Do you like butterfly movies? Was
Yes,
that
I
scary
do.
too?
I do. No, they're nice. They're nice.
They're all
Little
right.
fairies that are flying. Yeah, you know.
Fairy
I like
movies.
those sort of movies. They're good.
We'll wait for a fairy movie and we'll send you along to that. But this week we are, of course, doing Alien Romulus. It is out in cinemas right now, and we're going to be catching up with Adam in just a second to get his thoughts on it. First, though, let's have a listen.
Are you sure you want to do this?
This could be our only ticket out of here.
This place gives me the creeps.
Welcome to the Romulus Space Station.
What's happening?
There's something in the water.
What do you mean there's something in the
I don't know,
water?
there's just something in the water.
Run.
Whatever comes, we'll face it together.
Let's go.
3, 2, 1.
Who's hunting us?
Yes, I'm very proud of you, Mr. Lee. You didn't take your headphones off this time around.
No, I
last week.
didn't because you know why? We can actually see each other. So for the listeners, we can actually see each other. And I thought if I take them off, he's going to pay out on me big time. So that's why I sat there with my headphones on and I was actually patting Zeus because I went, no, I'll just pat him. He came up because he wanted to pat. So I listened to Zeus.
Yeah, Zeus is with you every week when we catch up.
Yeah,
like Mr. Lee.
every week he sits at my
around.
feet every week.
Little
and
Zeus. He's our biggest Talkin' Flickster there is. But this week, though, Mr. Lee, this week is, of course, Adam, who I believe is a big fan of the podcast, right?
He certainly is. He's from Orange. Hey, Adam, how are you?
Pretty good. How about yourselves?
Oh, couldn't be better. Couldn't be better. Love this time of the week. Get to talk movies.
Yes.
And no better movie than Alien Romulus. Now, you went along to check it out, Adam. What did you think now? Because you are a massive Alien fan. What were your thoughts on the new one in the franchise?
I watched it twice. That's how good it is.
What? Okay, already.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yep, I've seen it twice.
It's only been open since, what was it, last Thursday? Yeah.
Thursday, yeah.
Wow. Okay. Wow. So you've seen all the movies, yes?
Yes, I have. Yep.
So you've
big fan of all
actually
of them.
gone from Sigourney Weaver right through to Romulus. Out of all the movies, which one is your favourite?
The second one, Aliens.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you reckon makes it the favourite? Because I'm thinking there would be obviously a whole bunch of different things you'd like about each individual movie, but what is it that stands out to you about that movie that just brings it back time and time again for you?
It's the characters in it. They're all good characters. Pulse rifle's cool. Sound of that thing. And then the big queen at the end.
Oh, wow. Okay. Now, you said you've seen Romulus twice.
Yep.
Did you pick up more things the second time, or were you expecting it to happen, or did you go, okay, I forgot, I didn't see that the first time? Tell me
So
why.
basically when you watch it the second time, I'm looking out for extra little things. Like you watch it and you think that's in the first movie, that's in the second movie, that's in the Alien Isolation game, all that sort of stuff. So when you watch it the second time, you're trying to spot stuff from other movies.
Okay.
Last week, Adam, myself and Grant spoke about some of these franchises staying true to themselves, and that's what keeps bringing fans back to the movies time and time again. Would you say when you look at Romulus, and by the sounds of just what you said then, they're keeping a lot of the stuff from the original movies that they've brought through the years into this one? Does that make a massive difference?
Pretty much, yeah. It's pretty much Romulus is pretty much a rehash of all the other movies all joined together. So you watch it and it's from the first one, then you got parts of the second one, then there's parts of the third one, fourth one, etc. Like that. So it's just basically a rehash of all the other movies. Still good, but pretty much it, yeah.
But this one actually takes place, is it in between the first and the second one, or the second and third?
Yeah. First and the second.
Yeah. So this is when they actually do want to have references to the first one. Because one of the things that the director wanted to do, which I think is amazing, is he actually had a lot of things and he shot it in a way that was very true to the original because it is shot between these. And I think that's such a good and important part of making a movie that is such a huge fan base over 45 years, to be exact, that if you don't stay true to a movie, they will, as Jay was saying, they'll go.
Yep, exactly.
Do you think, Adam, that if I'm someone who I haven't watched all of the Alien movies, maybe I've missed a couple here or there, do you think that it's easy to go along and see this movie and sort of be brought up to speed, or do you think it's good to go and check them all out, do a bit of a marathon and then go and see it?
What you need to do is just basically watch Prometheus, Alien Covenant, then the very first Alien, then it's straight after that into this one. You don't necessarily have to watch them all before you watch it. Just watch those three and you'll get up to date.
Oh, that's good. So now tell me, the cast, Rain, who's played by Kaylee Spaney, Rain is an orphan minor. Then you've got Andy, who's an android that's her surrogate brother. Then you've got Tyler, who's Kay's brother and Rain's ex-boyfriend. Then you've got Kay, who's Tyler's pregnant sister. Then you've got Bjorn, who is Tyler and Kay's cousin. And is it Navarro, who's the pilot and Bjorn's girlfriend? So they're all kind of related or somehow be together. Does that play well in the movie?
Sort of, yeah. It pretty much does, yeah. They're pretty much a family. They're trying to get away from this planet they're on now to go to another planet because the company, Weyland Yutani, is basically trying to keep them all on this planet. So they find the spaceship, or the Romulus spaceship up in the stars and try to basically steal on it and sell it and get to another planet and get away from the company. It's basically what it is.
So the first Alien back out in 1979. Here we are in 2024, new movie out. Talk about the difference in the effects, because from the first one to now, obviously, it would be a massive, massive improvement on how it was many, many moons ago.
It is, yep. But in saying that, Fede Alvarez, the director of this Romulus one, actually kind of looks like the very first Alien, the set pieces and stuff like that. So he's done a pretty good job making it kind of look like the very first Alien.
Which is really, really good. Now, one of the other things that they have in horror movies and in a lot of movies is the music. And part of the score for this was actually composed by Benjamin Wallfish. But they also got music from the original Alien, which was composed by Jerry Goldsmith. How did that play out, having some of the old music mixed in with the new music?
It's kind of, what's the word? There's kind of spoilers with the music. There's certain characters from other movies in this Romulus one, and they use that music from the certain movies from the other movies into the Romulus movie. So there's a few characters in there that basically were in the other movies, and they just use the music off the other movies to highlight that this person's actually here and it's in the background sort of thing. So
music's so important in these movies, and when you've got some of the original stuff in there as well, would bring back a lot of memories, a bit of nostalgia when you're watching the film.
Yes, it does. Yep, especially like Jerry Goldsmith film score is so good.
You can never beat the original music or anything like that, the original film. But as we were saying a few weeks ago in the podcast, Deadpool, I can watch that over. I've watched that twice. And the music in that, the one-liners, it's so good that it stays true to its original movie, which is what this one has done too. So tell me, Adam, did you notice anything about the computer station when it reboots?
As in Mother.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was a reference to the HAL 9000.
Yep.
From, Space 2001, Space Odyssey, which I love that movie. I thought that was a brilliant movie. And the reason why I love it so much, Jay, yes, I will bring it up. It is when I was born. So, yes.
Ah, well done. Yeah. Was that your year, was it? Was that your year?
Yeah.
Was it really?
That's my year.
68?
Yeah, I'm a 68 model.
I thought you were late 50s. Was that not?
Where's my button that I need? I need the mute button.
Oh, and where's the boom tish? So you enjoyed a Space Odyssey. So you really enjoyed that film. That was
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was a great movie, and especially that was back when I was a kid. That you just go, this is amazing. It's just like Star Wars and all those. The original 3. Those sort of things were big back then, and like Alien, the original, that was massive for back then. Those sort of movies were and still are classics. Like when you watch it, you go, "Wow, okay." Because I do remember watching part of Alien, actually most of it, when I was younger, because I thought it was such a great movie. Where now, I've just got a bit scared of these sort of movies.
Yeah, and I think we always talk about that scene in Alien, the original, where the alien comes out of the, just
William
bursts
Hurt.
out of the chest. Yes.
Spoiler.
And I did say last week when watching the trailer, you see a bit of that kind of happening again. And just, I look at it and go, wow, like that to me is good. That's keeping to the original. But do we get to see, we're seeing a bit more of that kind of stuff, Adam, in Romulus?
Yeah, I suppose you do, yeah. It's not really basically the chest burster in this one. It's pretty much the face huggers. It's pretty much all that's in the face huggers.
Ooh.
Which is what I must say, I've seen a lot of things online, on socials and things like that, where people are walking around with face huggers. And you just go, God. But one thing that I must say is this is the first Alien movie that didn't feature the eggs that incubate in the face huggers. Tell me, Adam, without giving spoilers away or anything like that, can you answer why this is or not?
Not really. It's kind of a spoiler.
Okay, good. Great. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Don't answer it because we want people to go see it and enjoy the whole movie for what it is.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think anyone who is a fan of any of the Alien movies, if you've seen every single one, no doubt you'll go along and check this out. You know what? You may have even already seen it by now because it's been out for a little, nearly a week now. So get in there and check it out. But I guess the big question, Mr. Lee, is we want to find out if Adam, how many chalk tops this movie's taking. Adam, so we've got a chalk top scale. Mr. Lee, of course, starting with 1 chalk top being your least like it, to 5 chalk tops being was pretty damn good, right?
We'll go 4. 4 chalk tops.
4 chalk tops.
Oh,
yeah,
awesome.
That's awesome.
Well done.
4 chalk tops.
And for someone who's watched it twice, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
That's awesome.
I'm curious. What would you give Alien 1 and 2 out of 5? What do you reckon? What do you reckon about those ones?
They're both 5s.
Oh yeah. Okay. Wow.
Okay.
All right. Well, there you go.
This is up there with them, so that's good.
Nothing better than the original.
Not there with them, but not as good.
Yeah. Well, I always say, look, when it comes to the original, it's hard to beat sometimes. But Adam, look, fantastic. Thank you so much for going and checking it out and joining us on the podcast this week, my friend.
No worries. Have fun.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh, good.
Thank you.
See
Now, if you want to be part of being on the Talking Flickster podcast, all you got to do is go to the website, odeon5.com.au or forum6.com.au, click on the Talking Flicks, and then you'll see a little link that you press, and then you actually give us your name, what type of movie you like, what genre that is. So if, like Adam, he likes horror, he would have clicked horror, saying he loves horror. So that's as easy as, and all you've got to do.
And if you like every single movie, then you can click every single box. It's over to you. It's your choice. And we'll send you along to check out the movie for your honest opinion. And you get to come on the podcast and tell us what you think of it. So get onto that now. So easy to do, forum6.com.au or odeon5.com.au. Thank you, Mr. Lee. I'll catch you on Friday midday for our usual Talkin' Flicks potty.
No worries. Bye for now.
Want more Talking Flicks? Get your fix with every episode anywhere, anytime. Just search Talkin' Flicks on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, forum6.com.au or odeon5.com.au. Until next time, we'll see you at the movies.